Quick reminder for this video, I know his name is pronounced Gauss, but through this video I'm going to be pronouncing his name Gauss because it's so much easier and I don't like the sound Gauss. So do not be in the comments saying, oh, you're pronouncing his name wrong. Well, listen to the reminder. Anyways, let's get into this video. Welcome back to another Warframe video, and today I want to show you guys my Gauss build. Now lately I have been getting back to the Gauss because I saw somebody actually playing with Gauss and it actually seemed pretty fun, and seeing the guy was having fun, so I wanted to actually get back into Gauss because he seemed like a fun Warframe, which he is. He's a really fun Warframe to use. He can increase fire rate on weapons that are crazy, increase attack speed, he can increase a whole lot of stuff, definitely like reload speed. So I had to get back into Gauss because he seems like a whole lot of fun, especially using weapons. So I needed somebody to play with that is fun, and Gauss is one of that Warframe. So talking about Gauss, Gauss has 4 amazing abilities, some that are useful, some that are not, that I'm not going to be using obviously, and it's part of this build that you're probably not going to be using for this build. But anyways, getting to the abilities that he can do. First ability is called Macro Rush. It's basically an ability where you can run fast just like Vault, but the only thing is he runs faster than Vault, and he can actually glide in walls, and when he actually runs into the wall it creates this shockwave that pushes enemies, knocks them down, and it just knocks them down completely. Second ability is Kinetic Plating, and it generates armor plating that converts a portion of absorbed kinetic damage, physical, heat, cold, and blast into energy. Also protects Gauss from being staggered or knocked down. Damage resistance is relative to the battery level, and basically just blocking bullets. That's all he really can do with kinetic energy. Well, I just named what he can really do with kinetic energy, but the only thing is that I don't think anybody actually used the thing we just named, where we're talking about kinetic energy, and the heat, cold, and blast. We don't really actually care about those things. I mean, we really just use that for blocking bullets, blocking this, blocking that, and that's really just fun to use. The only downside to that, there's a pros, there's cons, and the con is that when you're using Redline and having that Gauss meter brings that down. It brings down that percentage of your Gauss meter being built up by Redline, and it can bring it down a whole lot percentage, especially when hitting by bullets. It brings it down so much. So that's what makes it a very con ability for other abilities to not function correctly, or makes it harder to actually keep up that percentage for our Gauss meter. So anyways, moving on to the next ability, which is Thermal Sunder. Siphon kinetic energy from the area, charging the battery and inflicting cold status on nearby enemies. Basically cold damage when you first hit the ability. Second, you hold the ability for heat damage, and that's what it does. That's what Thermal Sundress is really about, Sunder, and it's really good ability, but there's also con to it as well. When you're holding down the button for heat damage, it actually brings down your meter, not a lot like kinetic plating can do, because kinetic plating is the ongoing ability, and then Thermal Sunder is a ongoing ability, but it's not, it's just the duration of the heat and cold damage. So that's the only difference, but that is the difference between those two, bringing down the percentage of the Gauss meter. Moving on to this fourth ability actually is the Redline, and Redline is basically the battery beyond the Redline. It's charging up more fire rate, reload speed, and the attack speed, making it a whole lot better. And with that percentage going down for using the kinetic plating or Sunder, it's actually making it worse for you to actually do more attack speed, reload speed, and fire rate. Not that much, but it's better to have that thing at 100% max because you're doing the most fire rate, most reload speed, and attack speed. So it is really good to keep that meter high. But anyways, here's my build. For this build, I'm using important mods like Prime Flow, Constitution, Streamline, Stretch, Augur Reach, Transit Fortitude, Augur Message, Prime Continuity, and Power Drift. For the Aura mod, I'm not really concerned about it, but the only thing is that I wish I had a Aura forma so I can forma that and put on what I want to put on is Growing Power, just to increase strength. And why do I want to do that? Because the strength can boost more strength. That's really just the importance of it. I really have no importance of that Aura mod, but it's, you know, it's something I want to use. So you guys can use any Aura mod you want, but I think that's why I want to change that, because just more strength on the build. So you can do whatever you want, but that's just my thing. And everything on there, what I'm aiming for is strength because of the thunder or thermal thunder, and then kinetic plating, I guess, and the fourth ability. That's really just it. That's all the abilities I'm using with Gauss. You can use any ability you want, obviously, but that's the main focus for strength. Duration, of course, because of redline, we want to keep that duration up so we cannot have to keep recasting ability like so many times, but obviously you're going to be doing that. But yeah, more duration on that, you know, and more duration on thermal thunder for the cold and heat damage, and kinetic plating, I guess, as well. Something for steel path, I guess. But the only downside is obviously everybody's going to be shooting you, so that Gauss meter would be coming down very, very strong. But that is really all for this video. I mean, that's my build. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about these Gauss build, and if you think Gauss is fun, let me know in the comments below as well. But that is all for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You know you guys can always hit me up. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.